Welcome everyone, today we have a new guide for Diablo 4, and in this video we'll be looking at all the ways of getting more loot and also more farm after level 50. So this will include the Tree of Whispers with different bounties, this will include the Helltide and also Nightmare Dungeons. And over here we have lots of notes and also lots of guides from Maxroll GG, and we'll be learning those together of how to get more legendary and also how to get more unique items in the game. Now, because I'm trying to make as many videos as we can before the launch of the game, I won't be posting this one as an article, but I'll have the links available for you guys to have a look at Maxroll GG. So the first thing we're going to have a look is that we want to be going for bounties, and this is in the form of Tree of Whispers. So I have done some summaries. Let's briefly go through this one, and then we'll come over to the notes over here on Maxroll GG. So why I'm ordering the bounties as the first one to go is that this is by far the best one to start after you finish your main story and after you try to get to World 3. And this is because if we're doing the bounties for the Tree of Whispers, we can also be clearing the map from the renown points for the Stronghold and also Arthas and also dungeons. So if we come over to Maxroll GG, you can see that there will be certain items and also potentially guaranteed legendary jobs if we start with this event. Now in the moment, I'm not sure if the bounties will also provide us with unique items, and it looks like this won't be the case, but we can still hope for it, right? So the good thing about starting with this particular event is that this will also drop the first sigil that we're going to need for the Nightmare Dungeons, and this is going to be very important at the start of the game. Now the Tree of Whispers will be a system in Diablo 4 that will be resetting hourly, which will provide us with different objectives and also different tasks. There will be 3 forms of tasks, including the large ones, medium ones, and also the small ones, providing us with 5, 3, and also 1 points each. And what this allows us to do is, this will allow us to get 10 points for a bounty. And when you go select the bounties, you have a chance of getting a guaranteed legendary box and maybe a mixed loot box. And this can be a very good start for us to be getting into the higher levels and also getting more gears. Now, because the Tree of Whispers is easily accessible to players, and you can be doing this even before level 50, I believe, so this is the best way to go after you finish the story campaign. And this is why we're going to start with this one first. Now, if you guys do want to have a look, do come over here to have a look at the notes. But the major focus is that you want to be doing the larger whispers, which will provide us with 5 green favors. And after that, we can do the medium ones or the smaller ones. But by doing the large ones, we can be completed the dungeon. And if you haven't completed the dungeon yourself, this can be a double reward. You can be unlocking the dungeon for the renown points, and then also doing the dungeon for the Tree of Whispers, which will be giving you more benefits. And similarly, this will ask you to go for a world boss, and you'll be getting additional loot from the world boss. Now the second event we should be looking into after level 50 now. So this is the second event, and this one will be coming into the Helltide. Now the Helltide will require us to unlock World 3, and this will also unlock the unique items. And there's going to be a lot of interesting loot in the Helltide, including the unique items. So how do you want to do the Helltide is, you want to be going for the Helltide whenever you can, and this is available every 2 hours. And the best way of doing Helltide is with a group of players, because loot are shared across multiple screens, and you can be doing tasks and also objectives together, and this can be really good. Now I'm sure most of you might have heard of the Helltide, and if you haven't, I'll give you guys a brief summary. So the Helltide monsters will be dropping the cinders, and those cinders will be used to unlock certain chests, which will require 75, 125, or 155, or 175 of the chest. And this can give you some really rare loots, including legendaries and also unique items. Now the Helltide event will be spawned randomly on different zones, and this will be covered in red. And when this is available, this is usually a 2-hour rotation. The event itself, I believe, is 1 hour, and the next hour of the rotation is a cooldown. So the event itself will last for 1 hour, and there will be a 1 hour and also 15-minute break. So you're looking at a 2 hour and 15-minute cooldown. Basically, you play the event for 1 hour, then you have a cooldown for another hour. And what you want to do is, you want to be playing the Helltide if you can, and after the Helltide, you can come back for the Tree of Whispers, which do reset every hour. Now there will be a number of different monsters and also different events within the Helltide, and certain monsters will have a higher chance of dropping legendaries, other monsters will provide more currencies. So what you want to notice with Helltide is that there will be different chests, and this will be labeled on the chest itself. And you want to be noticed that each of the chests will contain valuable loots, including the crafting materials for the rerolling of legendary items, and also item that is used for upgrading the secret and also ancestral items for the later stage of the game. So you want to be opening as many boxes as you can. Now the second thing, and also the most important highlight, I guess, for us to be getting more legendaries and so more uniques for the class we want to build into, is that we want to notice what is the chest will drop the unique items we wanted. So the 75 chests will be dropping armors and also rings, while the 120 chests will drop for amulets and also one-handed weapon. The two-handed weapon and also special random items will be dropped from 150 and also 170 chests. So what you want to do is, let's come over to the Barbarian. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say if I'm trying to go with a Whirlwind Barbarian, and I want this particular legendary, and the legendary I wanted is going to be a unique gloves. And what I want to do is, I want to be going the highest chance of getting these gloves within the Helltide. So if we come over here, I will be going for the 75 chests instead of the 125 or the 150. And this will give me the highest chance of getting my unique item. And this is quite important, guys, because for each of your class and each of your build, you have a special legendary that is a unique piece for a special part of the gear. And this is why one of the biggest tips I want to share with you guys if you're playing the Helltide is that you want to be going for this 75 chest. If you're looking for the armor chest and also the the helmet chest, this will be really good. Because for me as a Barbarian, I also want the Harlequin's Crest, which provide +4 to our skill ranks. And this particular helmet is a unique helmet. So I'm going for unique gloves and a unique helmet. And yes, there will be unique weapons that will be, two-handed sword like the Grandfather, but it's much harder to get this item. And what I recommend is, make sure you know the legendary or the unique items you wanted, especially unique, right? And then you look at the chest. And this way you can get the most items for the chance of legendaries. Because if you start opening the chest for 125, you might get a unique amulet. But if your build does not require the unique amulet, you might be wasting your points and also your currencies. So the best advice I have for you guys to get more legendaries and also more uniques is to make sure you open the cheaper chest for the certain gears that is available for your class. And also try to not die. Because if you die in the Helltide event, you'll lose a proportion of the currencies you have saved up. And this can be very bad. So the best way is to spend them on the 75 chests to get as many unique items as you can, especially the helmet, and then to go for the higher chests once you're more confident. And by doing this method, we also have higher chance of getting the Thin Rolls and also getting more Forgotten Souls. So those will be the two best methods of getting more items, unique items, legendary items in the game. And I do recommend starting with the Tree of Whispers and then going to the Helltide once you're able to do this. Now, of course, guys, it is very recommended to be partying up with at least one or few friends to be doing this one. Because you can be doing this, with a group of players, you can be getting a lot more resource within 1 hour. And the currencies will be shared across the parties. And this means when one player kills the monsters, the other players will also be able to get the currency. And this is very important. So make sure, guys, if you plan to play the Helltide, maybe join party and maybe join claim. And this way, you'll be getting more loot and also less chance of dying. Now, on the topic of finding more friends to play the Helltide, we do have a new Discord channel made for Diablo 4. So make sure you guys click the links below. So make sure you join us over here on the Discord and finding more players to be farming for the Helltide, and join us for the Majestic Claim for Diablo 4 as we share more tips and also more tricks in the game. Now over here, there's also a few of the other things we can do after level 50, including the Nightmare Dungeons, the Field of Hatred, and also world bosses, and also getting more months. I wasn't sure what time I was getting the months, so I had the question mark over here. I was like, are we getting the months after Act 2? What is happening? So what I recommend is, you want to start with the Tree of Whispers, and then you move over to the Nightmare Dungeons after you getting your sigils, and this can allow you upgrade your, your glyphs. Now we'll be having a focus video on this one. So I'll give you guys a few short tips on the Nightmare Dungeons I had a look. The first one is, there is a limited number of death, and you do not want to waste your higher level sigils. So make sure you have a go at the Nightmare Dungeons and have a build that is more survivable. Now the second tip I have for you guys is that make sure you upgrade the glyphs and also the, within the Nightmare Dungeons, if you're upgrading the glyphs, make sure you select the glyphs that is more universal for multiple build. Because it can be happening that you may get a special legendary or special unique that will change your build, and then all of a sudden the glyphs you have been leveling up might not be useful. So at the start of the upgrading process, you should be going for glyphs that is more universal and that is more flexible for many of the builds for your class. Now over here, you can also be going for PvP in Diablo 4 as well, but I don't recommend going for PvP right away, because the Field of Hatred is not going to be a fair playground. You might be finding yourself versing multiple players, and then this can be a very bad experience. Even if you're just farming on the field of hatred, there can be multiple players that is hunting down other players. So what I recommend is, get your gears together, get more gears on the bounties and get more gears on the Helltide and also Nightmare Dungeons. And then if you go for the PvP, you have a chance of going 1v4, right? So this way, you will have a better experience once you have more gears and also more levels. Now you'll be getting more gambling items and also more cosmetics if you go for PvP. I don't think this is the biggest deal at the start of the game, but in the future this can be really fun. We'll have a video about this as well. Now if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, non-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4.